Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're exploring a truly fascinating framework, one that's all about building a lasting, impactful legacy for the next generation. If you've ever found yourself wondering how to set your kids up for a secure, confident future, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're looking at the Millionaire Child Blueprint, and today we're focusing on its absolute bedrock, the sheer power of time.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want to start off by asking you a deeply profound question. Truly think about this for a second. What is the greatest gift you could ever leave your child? When you close your eyes and picture their future, what is the one thing you want to hand down to them more than anything else?
You know, if we were to poll 100 parents, we'd likely hear the same common answers over and over. You might think of a beautiful house or perhaps a fully paid college education. Maybe you think of passing down a successful family business or leaving behind a massive financial inheritance. Now, don't get me wrong, these are absolutely wonderful gifts. Most parents spend their entire lives working tirelessly to try and provide exactly these things. But what if there's something else, something even more valuable that actually doesn't require you to already be a millionaire to provide it?
That gift is time. Seriously, think about it. You can always go out and work an extra shift to earn a little more money. But once time is gone, it can never be recovered. You literally cannot buy it back at any price. And when it comes to securing your child's future, time is the one unique gift that becomes infinitely more valuable the earlier you give it. In fact, in the world of compounding, time actually does 90% of the heavy lifting. Starting an investment at birth, rather than at, say, age 20, can literally mean a difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars, all for the exact same monthly contribution. Crazy, right?
Section 1. A Teacher's Perspective, Establishing Trust and Mission.
As we look at this framework, I really like to view it through the lens of a teacher. I'm not some financial guru with a secret get-rich-quick scheme. Instead, my focus is exploring how ordinary families can make thoughtful, informed decisions. I always ask myself, am I the kind of teacher I'd want my own children to learn from? Because understanding money is absolutely crucial. It dictates everything: where we live, how we learn, and the sheer number of opportunities our families actually get to experience in life.
Section 2. The Core Concept, the Ultimate Multiplier. And this brilliantly illustrates a fundamental rule. The beautiful part here is that you do not need to be a millionaire to start. You don't need a massive windfall. You just need a solid plan and consistency. Notice the dynamic we're talking about. Money, by itself, simply grows. But time? Time is the ultimate multiplier. It does the heavy lifting to turn a very modest head start into exponential growth. That is exactly why starting early is the absolute secret sauce. You aren't looking for an overnight success. You're just letting the calendar do the hard work for you.
Section 3. A Tale of Two Fathers. The Fictional Parable of Real Choices.
To truly wrap our heads around how this multiplier works, let's look at a parable of two fathers, David and Michael. Both of them love their kids, and both want the absolute best for them. But they took two very different financial paths. Let's take David first. When his daughter Emma was born, between the intense sleep deprivation and the staggering cost of diapers, he had very modest financial means. But as he researched how to secure her future, he found that secret we just talked about: start early. He didn't have a trust fund, so he just opened an account and began investing a small amount every single month. Some years the market went up, some years it went down. But David, he stayed consistent and just let time go to work.
Then we have our second father, Michael. Michael worked just as hard. He paid the bills, he provided for his family, and his love for his daughter was totally boundless. But Michael fell into something so many of us fall into: the trap of procrastination. Every single year, Michael would look at his budget, let out a deep sigh, and tell himself, "I'll definitely start investing next year."
Tracing his timeline, we can see exactly how easily this happens. Next year quickly turned into 1 year later. That single year quietly ballooned into 5 years. 5 years slipped completely unnoticed into 10 years later. And before Michael even realized what was happening, 20 years had passed and his daughter was graduating from college. It was only then that Michael finally started investing for a future.
Now, what's really interesting about this comparison is the stark final outcome. Because he waited so long, Michael actually ended up putting in way more out-of-pocket cash than David ever did. But Michael had maximum money and zero time. David leveraged modest money, but had maximum time. The difference between these two fathers wasn't how much they loved their kids. Not at all. The difference was that David understood time is the greatest multiplier in the world. And Michael simply realized it too late.
Section 4. The Application, Guilt Relief, and Immediate Action. Now, if your stomach is sinking a little bit right now because you feel a bit like Michael, if you're sitting there thinking, oh man, I wish I had started years ago, please take a deep breath. So the crucial point is guilt relief. You cannot change yesterday. This explainer is absolutely not here to make anyone feel guilty, because beating yourself up over time that has already passed serves absolutely no one, and it certainly doesn't help your child.
Because here is the incredibly empowering truth you need to walk away with today. Sure, the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time to start is today. You have the power to decide right now, in this very moment, to change your child's tomorrow. You can take immediate action today that will echo beautifully through the rest of their entire lives.
I want to leave you with this exact quote from our source material, because I think it perfectly captures our journey today. The greatest gift you can leave your child isn't an inheritance. It's a head start, a lifetime of opportunities created by the decisions you make today. Let that sink in for a moment. Since time is the one unique asset you can never, ever buy back at any price, how will you choose to spend yours today to secure their tomorrow? Think about that. In our next explainer, we're going to dive straight into the hard numbers and show you exactly how two children receiving the exact same amount of money can end up with completely different futures. I really can't wait to continue building this legacy with you.